Hi everyone, welcome. Happy Monday. You might not know that because it might be a different day, but welcome. In today's video, I want to show you in SketchUp setting up placement, location of people, just using a simple cylinder, and then finishing it in, of course, Photoshop. So this is going to be a part one. We're going to start with SketchUp, and then I'm going to take you to the website Non-Scandinavia, where you can download people. But let's just start with the setup. So in my last video, this is one of the camera views that I showcased and set up, and particularly we talked about the lack of artwork on the walls, the lack of material, the lack of furniture. However, as I update my scene, as I move forward, I can see all of those options. But in this scenario, what I want to do is I want to set up a cylinder emulating a person. Standing probably off to the left here, another person standing in the center, and another person standing off to the right. I don't think I'm going to use all three individuals, probably just two, but I'm not sure which two, so I want to set up all three to help. So first, before I begin building these cylinders, I'm just going to export this scene really quick so that in my part two I could show you in Photoshop how to assemble it. So I'm just going to go to the pull down menu here, File, and I am going to go to Export, and I'm going to go to 2D Graphic. So anytime I'm in a camera view like this and I just want a kind of a screenshot at the end of the day, this is the way that I go about it. So again, File, Export, 2D Graphic. And I am going to save my scene. You can see I kind of did a little starting point. I'm just going to say export, and I want to replace what I already have. Literally, I forgot that I had that in there, to be honest. And so I have one JPEG saved with none of the cylinders placed. Wonderful. Next, I'm going to place the cylinders. So I'm going to start off with the circles shape tool. And I'm going to basically make sure that, again, where am I on the left-hand side? I can move this as you can see, but and again, the furniture is not going to be true to layout in my final rendering, but for the most part, I'm going to start where I know there is a point on the XY plane, which is on this chair, or I could start off to the side, it doesn't matter. In the bottom right-hand corner, it's asking me for a radius. I want to have this cylinder be 1'6" in diameter, so obviously half of 1'6" is 9 inches. So I'm going to make it 9 inches, and then I'm going to use my push and pull tool, and I'm going to push that up to a 5'10" height. So this is an average height of both men, women, people, I should say, and an average diameter of 1'6" of people. As a whole. So same thing, I'm going to place again with the circle shape tool, and I think I already have one there actually, which I'll just make another, and then I'll make another off to the side. Again, radius of 9 inches. I don't have to input the inches tick, but I do more by habit than anything. But again, height of 5'10", and then I have one more to go, and I'm going to place that one again here. And again, radius 9 inches, and then push and pull. Your wonderful 5'10". So again, I don't think I'm going to place 3 people in this scene. I think 2 is enough. One could even work. Again, the bigger the space, obviously these 3 could work because they'll be spread out further. One in the foreground, one in the midground, one in the background. But in this case, I think just 2. This one would be considered foreground, and that one's kind of mid, but also kind of background also. So I guess I could have one in the foreground that was right here, but that's a little too close for me. Anyway, I like what I see, so I'm going to do the same exact thing I did earlier and export the view. So I'm going to go to the File pull down, I'm going to go to Export, I'm going to go to 2D Graphic, and it's going to ask me the same thing. So again, I made a rendering earlier, and I just named it A2 Camera Northwest View, and then I just added the word cylinders. That tells me that I know that I'm not going to be keeping this image. I'm just going to be using it in Photoshop to guide me on where the people should be and what height they should be. So I'm just going to hit Export, and yes, I'm going to replace it. You probably won't have that question, but And that's it, literally. That's all that I need from SketchUp. I usually will save my file because, again, I don't want to lose it. And then next, I will go to the Non-Scandinavia website. Again, Alfonso kind of walked you through coming in here and downloading, but let me just kind of review. You will go to the site, go to originals. We want realistic people. Silhouettes are more for, elevation sections, but originals look really, really great in these, schematic renderings. So we're going to go to originals. At the bottom it says, I understand, take me to the images, after you obviously read the clause. Oh gosh, not good. Hold on. Bear with me, try that one more time. So Non-Scandinavia, originals, I understand. So something is going on with my internet connection. I apologize, you guys. Okay, bear with me.